Hi, this is my London art vlog where I travel across this ancient city to reflect on the history, film locations and pop culture, maybe with a little of my own art as well. Hope you enjoy! So today I'm heading to Regents Park and the surrounding areas which are featured in various films, so I hope you enjoy this little adventure that we're about to go on.
So here we are at is it 22B Baker Street? It might be 21B. Yeah, we've got the museum here, obviously of the famous Sherlock Holmes. There we go. He was located, I think, on one of the higher floors. Sherlock Holmes was originally obviously a book written in the Victorian era, but went on to be the star in many films throughout the years, as well as television programs, some of which you'll see here.
But I'll stake my reputation that Moriarty is alive and here.
See, there's an animated version. What's interesting is that the characters of Sherlock and Watson both live under Baker Street in a little mouse version of the house.
Lady, this is a most inopportune time.
Dartmoor in the middle of the night. That's just it, Watson. Well done, my boy. But he wasn't tiptoeing.
But there's some interesting ones like with Peter Cushing and obviously various other famous actors of their period, leading up to the likes of Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Hudson, the absentee landlady.
Sherlock, please. Watson, Dr. John Watson. Hello. Thank you. Shall we?
As you can see, Regents Park is just over there, just a stone's throw away from the 221B. Off we go. Here we are at Regents Park.
What's interesting with Regents Park is obviously it can be seen in the film 101 Dalmatians, and this animated film was obviously based on a book and included character Pongo and Roger, who go for regular walks throughout the park, and it's where they meet their future spouses. And almost the tree right there by the water is quite suspiciously close to the one that Roger and Pongo sit next to.
Perfect meeting place.
The characters of Roger and Pongo live in quite a large house for English standards in a city, just by Regents Park in both the book and the film.
I'm so sorry.
Withnail and I is another British film which includes the park as the characters of Withnail and obviously the character of I both go for regular walks throughout the park, very similar to the likes of Roger and Pongo and obviously Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Withnail and I shows the struggle of two actors who are sort of out of work and their misadventures around London in the 60s.
Why can't I have an audition? It's ridiculous. I've been to drama school. I'm good looking.
Paragon of animals! Yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust?
Here I am.
As you can see here, I made my way past the London Zoo. London Zoo is featured in films like An American Werewolf in London.
Excuse me.
As well as the first Harry Potter film and book, where Harry meets the snake that needs to go back to Brazil. From Regents Park, we're heading up towards Primrose Hill, and you'll see soon where it's featured in various films.
Here we have the Camden Canal here. We'll just pass over as we go towards Primrose Hill that way. So Regents Park's back there. Here we are at Primrose Hill. This is the spot obviously where Roger and Anita hung out while the dogs did the twilight bark. Obviously this view here is what they were looking at. A lot more people here obviously than in the film. It's hard to find that few people at top of Primrose Hill, but I suppose if it's twilight bark, you might have a few less.
Birdie, we're in luck. It's the Great Dane at Hampstead.
Hampstead Heath's that way, and yeah, so let's move on to Swiss Cottage, and maybe then Camden in a bit.
What is it?
Shh! It's the Great Dane. He has news for us. He'll meet us at Primrose Hill.
Pongos, you've made it.
Yes, of course.
We can leave right away.
Good. I'll go along with you as far as Camden Road and give you instructions.
Here we are at Central School of Speech and Drama, where I believe Carrie Fisher went just before starring in Star Wars, the first film, obviously. Yeah, I actually auditioned here over a decade ago for their acting course, I think the same course she did. So yeah, it's not far from Primrose Hill. She ended up also living in Primrose Hill for a number of years, as did many Hollywood sort of types. They quite like the Primrose Hill area, as you can probably see around me. And yeah, obviously a little bit probably woke in there, but so we move on to Camden, so out of the frying pan into the fire, and have a look around there, the history and stuff.
You can see the Camden locks as Roger and Perdita race towards to find their children, so they travel through Camden. The character of Bob Cratchit in A Christmas Carol also resides in Camden, as can be seen here in both the 1950s and the 1980 version of Scrooge.
Why have we come to this odd corner of the town?
It's Christmas.
Interestingly, Charles Dickens spent much of his childhood in Camden, where his family obviously lived. The characters of Withnail and I are interestingly based in Camden also. Naturally, it's not too far from Regents Park, hence why they go for their walks through the park. And finally, I thought it was worth noting that the little bridge here in Camden can be seen in Without a Clue, an older Sherlock Holmes film that we referenced earlier, just to tie it all off in a bow. So I hope you enjoyed this little adventure throughout London's little area of Regents Park. And if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.